Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the AAC. As we'll see, the Tulane Green Wave taking on a team who is rested and ready coming off a bye, the South Florida Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Tulane's will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
Yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sideline, it's Preston. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
I love the aggressive nature in the play column there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the USF Bulls offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking downfield, it's Carter. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Parks. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Bulls will punt this one away. He gets a block. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The give to the back. At the 35, he's open. Obliterates him, still on the move. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Green Wave. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Georgia looked less like a pack of dogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough between the hedges, and today they found a way outside of Sanford Stadium. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Carter. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback and his intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner is stopped. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Right on target this time. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up first and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Tulane. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more...
Afterburners coming. Running through contact. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding, offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Carter. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And the Bulls get it past the sticks.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
The Bulls in the hurry up. Quick handoff. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. And the Bulls are marching down the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Might as well give it to him again. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Some misdirection with the counter. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position that...
Fires into traffic, picked off. bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They're working that left side. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Got his man all by himself. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
28, South Florida, 0.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to...
Flying out to the left. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, South Florida. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. This has been exactly the way you draw things. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. First down and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They'll go to the air. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by a field goal. over Virginia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Jukes his way for more. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Bulls want to move quickly. To the air, it's Carter. Quarterback now breaking the field. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll fire. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. He's off to the races. Touchdown Bulls! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A nice job on this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet. So keep fighting, going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's in. Looking for the huge gain on first down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. On first down, here comes this offense. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Tulane right back to the line.
Second down coming up.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Oh, look out, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Looking to the big tight end. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gets it out quickly. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Carter trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bulls will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Preston. Defense makes a stop, but the change move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Touchdown, Tulane! And the pummeling has started.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find him, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, South Florida, 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He's got it. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they get the sack just like that.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Little touch pass to the receiver. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for...
Fires one high and deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds him out of the backfield, and he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he steps out of bounds after a nifty run and picking up a 1st down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Man, let that thing rip. How about this guy? Almost 450 yards on the day. He's been throwing it early. He's been throwing it often. He's been throwing it all over the yard and with a lot of success.
Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
Touchdown, Green Wave. And the route is on. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and running.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He'll do it himself. Got the first down and more. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking downfield, it's Carter. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll try it on the ground. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. It's Preston. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Tulane right back to the line. He wants to pass it on second down. They'll run the screen. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Pulls it in. It's Osborne. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
for the offense.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter. So you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, we got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Off play action on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls' offense will return to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Carter. Finds his man in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Bulls will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Makes the grab on the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And this is what leaders do at the quarterback position, guys. After throwing 2 picks a week ago, he was able to put that game behind him, refocused himself, got back in the film room. He looks like a different player this week.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Green Wave! And the beatdown has ensued. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Carter. He's got an open man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party, the consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that and put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to pass it. It's complete on the right side. Off he goes. The 20. And that's how you finish it off, scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the sundae. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can just take a knee. If you take a knee, run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.